Welcome back to the Legend of PikVille Heavy Industries. I know we kind of sprung a surprise on y'all with our season ending, but recent events have provided us with some new opportunities, and a break was deemed necessary to prepare ourselves. Thanks to the efforts of PikVille Heavy's legal department and the cooperation of Tempe Dead Language Translation Services, we have successfully snuck one by. PHI has entered into an agreement with signed contracts from the temporal arbiter general his own self. This agreement allows us, or rather me, this me right here and right now, to bring you, in my own words, some of the stories of some of the other me's. Season 2 should turn out to be much more adventure and much less complaining about the vagaries of time machines. Now, I have to describe what I'm allowed to see because the Office of the TAG has stated repeatedly that they will not allow any visual or audio, unless it's a promotional recording of one of me's, to be released to the general public of this particular time space. This agreement does give me much more access than I previously had to viewings of Multiverse TV, as I've taken to calling it. Though I don't have the remote control, and I don't know who does. I'm pretty sure it isn't Gerald Jerry Latchford, but I couldn't swear to it. So if we just roll with whatever it shows us, take from it what we can, and try to keep an open mind, assuming you have one in the first place, this should be lots of fun. Assuming you have a sense of humor in the second place. And if you didn't have both a mind and a sense of humor, there's no way you'd have gotten this far into my rambling in the third place. Unless, of course, it's the old train wreck syndrome, and it's so bad you can't quit listening to save your life. Either way, welcome to Season 2 of the Legend of PikVille Heavy Industries. This season we're going to change up our format a bit. Instead of 3 short episodes a week in the 5 to 10 minute range, we're moving toward fewer episodes. Maybe once or twice a week, but in the 15-minute plus area. Basically as long as ADHD and financial commitments will allow. At this rate, it takes almost as long for me to do 3 episodes totaling maybe 20 minutes as it did to do the scoring for the Legends Football League. When telling my own story, meaning this me, it takes in the neighborhood of 15 hours for our crack staff to produce each week's content. Now, switching to me being required to interpret another me's story for all of you's is likely to take longer at first, so the added efficiency of less frequent episodes might help. Or not. We hope that spending less time on intros and more time on the story will be enjoyable to the listener. We've had very little in the way of feedback, which, considering the famously fragile male ego, might be good. However, if you were to consider that I am in fact a humble public servant who fixes the sprinklers in some of your favorite parks, and that I'm interpreting a story from any of the other 41 time spaces in the multiverse, you could take that into account when commenting. But let me know your positive thoughts effusively, while damping your criticisms to a humane level, please. Comments can be made on YouTube and Podbean, and you can always email us at pikvilleheavyend@gmail.com. So that's pikvilleheavyend@gmail.com. As of the time of this recording, we do not have a set time or date for the actual stories to begin, as I think the temporal compliance officers are still trying to figure out what the weird little designs on the contract are. Hint, it's Sumerian cuneiform, and they won't like it if we have to translate and use it against them in court, at least in Mesopotamia. Now, adding the PikVille portal and the support tech needed could take some time. Don't ask about the cost/time estimate from SRP. Finding a way around that particular problem was a minor miracle unto itself. But we shan't delay longer than needed to bring you Season 2's amazing and incredible stories. Before we go, I did want to remind all y'all what the proper response to our exit line, "Stay heavy, man," actually is. But let's put it out to the listeners. Send an email to pikvilleheavyend@gmail.com and let me know what we should respond with when someone tells us to stay heavy, man. Audio textures and musical elements in this episode were sourced from Pixabay, courtesy of the creators who generously released their work into the wild. PHI thanks you, even if PHI doesn't officially exist here.